Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing fine and in good health. So right now I'm going to be preparing one of the brownie recipe for the Brownie Tower, and I hope you enjoy the recipe. So here goes. Right, so the ingredients we need for one of the brownies that I'll be preparing, they're baking powder, we need flour, we need cocoa powder, we need sugar. I usually crush sugar, make it into icing sugar so it's easier for it to melt. I replace butter with oil. It's easier for me, so we need oil, we need eggs, and definitely the equipments needed are the blender, bowls, everything else. For the baking, everything for baking requirement. So I've added flour, cocoa powder and baking powder, and I'm going to sift them together. I'm going to sift them all. Here you go. Right. Now I'll be cracking the eggs and I'll beat them together along with the oil, sugar, and I'm going to beat the batter together. And I'm beating the eggs right now, as you can see. Okay, so I've added sugar, I've added oil and vanilla essence, and now I'm going to beat it all together. To fold the mixture after I have added all the dry ingredients. I am folding the mixture. The dry ingredients were flour, baking powder, pinch of salt, and we also had cocoa powder. You can see a creamy texture is forming up. This should be the consistency of the brownies. You can add a little bit of chocolate chips in the end if you want to. So the batter is straight into the oven, and we're going to see how it forms out. Let's see. Fingers crossed. As you can see that the brownie batter has turned really well, and I'm just going to take it out in a couple of minutes. I'm sure it's going to turn out well. So after the second recipe of the brownie, I am definitely going to make the Brownie Tower, and we'll see how that turns out. So fingers crossed for that. Alright guys, welcome back. And now I'm about to start off with the other brownie recipe. Alright, the ingredients, once again we need sugar, I've crushed it. We need cocoa powder, we need flour, we need eggs, we need buttermilk. Alright, and that's about it. Yeah. Right now I'm sifting flour, cocoa powder, along with baking powder. I'll be taking it out right now. Baking powder and baking soda. Yes, you're going to find out the ingredients in the recipe card. I'm going to sift them all together. I've sifted the dry ingredients together. Now I am going to beat the eggs along with oil and sugar. Yeah. Alright, I'm beating the eggs right now, and then I'm going to add the sugar and oil. I've added sugar and I've added oil. You can see the creamy texture. I'm going to be adding the dry ingredients along with buttermilk. And I'm going to fold the mixture. I'm adding the milk. And now I'm going to fold the mixture. can see the creamy texture that has formed. This is the kind of consistency that will be formed after you add the dry ingredients along with buttermilk. There you go. Now that the batter is all ready, I will be pouring it in the baking container right over here. Alright, the cake batter is ready and it's in the container, and the container is going straight into the oven. So let's see how it turns out. So this cake is, the brownies are getting ready, and as soon as it's all ready, I'm going to take it out of the oven and I'll show you the texture. Basically what I've done is I've used less ingredients for the former brownie recipe, and for this one I've used more ingredients because I just want to balance it out. When I'll be preparing the brownie mountain and the brownie tower, I would like to balance it out, so I've used less material. You're going to find out in the recipe card that I've used lesser ingredients for one of the brownie recipe as compared to the other one. Turning out pretty well so far, as you can see. Right, these brownies are also out of the oven, and you can see they're quite soft, spongy. It's quite hot right now, so I don't want to cut it. As soon as it cools down, I'm going to start cutting, and I'm going to make the brownie tower. So yes, let's wait for that time. Alright guys, so the first brownie batter that I prepared, and after that the latter one that I prepared, I'm about to take the knife and I'm about to cut it into brownie pieces, and we're going to create a nice brownie tower right over there, and as soon as I'm done, I'm going to show it to you. Here goes nothing. Let's see now. Fingers crossed. Alright guys, the brownie tower is ready, and I'm just going to pour some chocolate sauce and I'm going to try to decorate it. So some sauce. I'm just going to get some sprinklies and I'm going to sprinkle it on the top. Alright, so the brownie mountain is ready, as you guys can see. I've stacked it all together. There's chocolate sauce, sprinklies, a little bit of strawberries, and our brownie mountain is ready. I can show you the texture of the first brownie. Spongy, and the other one. Here's our brownie mountain.